Welcome to HistoryFable, where the past comes alive through stories. From ancient mysteries to epic empires, we dive deep into the events that shaped our world. Get ready to uncover hidden truths and legendary tales, because every piece of history has a fable to tell. Today we're going to know about the mystery of the lost city of Atlantis. The legend of Atlantis begins not with archaeologists or treasure hunters, but with a philosopher, Plato. Around 360 BCE, in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Plato described a magnificent island empire beyond the Pillars of Heracles, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to his account, Atlantis was a utopian civilization of immense wealth, advanced technology, and powerful naval prowess. However, their pride and ambition led to their downfall. In a single day and night, the entire civilization was swallowed by the sea, vanishing without a trace. But was Plato merely telling a fictional morality tale? Or was he hinting at a deeper, older truth? While many interpret Plato's story as an allegory meant to warn against the dangers of human hubris, the philosopher himself insisted that the tale of Atlantis was real history, one that had been passed down through generations. He claimed that his information came from Solon, an esteemed Athenian statesman who traveled to Egypt nearly 200 years prior. Egyptian priests allegedly revealed to Solon the story of an ancient, advanced civilization that predated known Greek history by over 9,000 years. This Egyptian connection raises intriguing questions. Why would a civilization so advanced be forgotten? And could the Egyptians themselves have preserved only fragments of a much older, even more mysterious source? Hidden within Plato's texts are often overlooked clues that complicate the idea of Atlantis as mere fiction. For instance, he provides detailed geographical descriptions, circular rings of water and land, grand temples dedicated to Poseidon, and a vast plain rich in resources. Such specifics seem unnecessary for a purely moral tale. Moreover, Plato's reference to a catastrophic event aligns eerily with known geological disasters, such as the Thera volcanic eruption. The most tantalizing twist, however, lies in the possibility that Plato did not invent the Atlantis story, but inherited it. Some historians speculate that the tale may trace back to the remnants of a forgotten Bronze Age civilization, or even an oral tradition dating back to the end of the last ice age. If true, this would mean that the story of Atlantis is not just a philosophical parable, but a faint echo of a lost chapter in human history. Could it be that Plato's Atlantis was only one manifestation of a far older, far grander civilization, one that modern archaeology has yet to uncover? And if so, what other secrets might still lie hidden beneath the ocean depths, waiting to rewrite our understanding of the ancient world? One of the most compelling theories linking Atlantis to real-world events centers on the ancient Minoan civilization and the catastrophic eruption of Thera, now known as the Greek island of Santorini. Around 1600 BCE, this volcanic cataclysm obliterated much of the Minoan society and caused widespread destruction across the Aegean region. The scale of the disaster was so massive that some scholars believe it could have inspired Plato's tale of a once great empire vanishing beneath the sea. The Minoans were no ordinary ancient people. Based on archaeological discoveries on Crete and surrounding islands, they were technologically and culturally advanced far beyond their time. They built multi-story palaces with complex plumbing systems, created exquisite artwork, and maintained a sophisticated trade network stretching across the Mediterranean. This advanced society fits several of Plato's descriptions, particularly the image of an island-based civilization with significant maritime power. But the similarities go deeper. Plato described Atlantis as having a unique geographic layout, concentric rings of water and land. Intriguingly, the volcanic caldera left behind by the Thera eruption forms a similar circular pattern. Furthermore, ancient records suggest that the Minoans worshipped a powerful sea deity, echoing Plato's account of Atlantis' devotion to Poseidon. Could the Minoans themselves have been the historical inspiration for Atlantis? Or did they too preserve an even older story of a lost civilization? Recent geological findings add another layer to the mystery. Core samples from the seabed around Santorini reveal evidence of a massive, rapid flooding event consistent with Plato's timeline of Atlantis' destruction. Additionally, some historians argue that Plato's 9,000-year time frame may have been a mistranslation or symbolic reference, aligning more closely with the Minoan era. Yet for all the tantalizing connections, one question remains unanswered. If Atlantis was simply Minoan Crete, why did the Egyptians describe it as a civilization thousands of years older? Could the Thera eruption be just one chapter in a longer, more complex story of lost civilizations? As we explore deeper, the evidence suggests that Atlantis may not refer to a single place or event, but rather a recurring cycle of advanced societies rising and falling, their true history submerged beneath layers of myth and time. If that's the case, then the ruins of Atlantis, or something even older, may still be out there, waiting to be found. For centuries, explorers, historians, and even treasure hunters have scoured the globe in search of Atlantis. While many assume that the lost city would be found somewhere near the Mediterranean, some researchers have expanded their investigations to far more remote and unexpected regions. From the icy depths of Antarctica to the sunken land masses beneath the Atlantic Ocean, the search for Atlantis has become a worldwide obsession. In recent years, cutting-edge technology has transformed the hunt. Satellite imaging and underwater sonar scans have revealed structures on the ocean floor that defy conventional explanations. Off the coast of Cuba, researchers discovered what appears to be an ancient city submerged beneath 2,000 feet of water, complete with what look like pyramids and circular stone formations eerily reminiscent of Plato's description. Yet each new discovery brings more questions than answers. In 2011, a team of Spanish scientists using satellite imagery claimed to have identified a site resembling Atlantis in the marshlands of southern Spain. This area, known as the Doñana National Park, was once home to a thriving Bronze Age culture. However, shortly after announcing their findings, the project was abruptly halted, leading to speculation about whether certain forces want the truth to remain hidden. Why would anyone want to suppress evidence of Atlantis? Some theorists believe the implications could be profound. If Atlantis was a highly advanced civilization, it might challenge the established narrative of human history. Powerful institutions invested in maintaining the conventional timeline could see such revelations as deeply disruptive. Others suggest that the discovery of lost ancient technology could have geopolitical implications, making such knowledge too dangerous to reveal. Amid the controversy, independent researchers continue to push forward. Some claim that ancient maps, like the mysterious Piri Reis map, provide clues to the location of Atlantis. Others argue that legends of lost lands, such as High Brasil near Ireland or the sunken city of Dwarka in India, may point to a global pattern of advanced societies disappearing beneath the waves. With new technology and bold theories, we may be closer than ever to solving the riddle of Atlantis. But as the search intensifies, so too does the mystery. Is the truth about Atlantis being deliberately concealed? And if so, why? Among the most mysterious clues in the search for Atlantis lies an artifact that defies conventional history, the Piri Reis map. Drawn in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral Piri Reis, this map is no ordinary chart. It depicts regions of the world that, by all mainstream accounts, were unknown at the time. The story of Atlantis may not be as isolated as it seems. Across ancient cultures and continents, myths tell of advanced societies that mysteriously vanished. From the fabled land of Lemuria in the Indian Ocean to the Pacific's lost continent of Mu, these legends hint at the possibility that Atlantis was part of a much larger, interconnected global civilization. Archaeological and mythological parallels add weight to this theory. For example, pyramid-like structures appear worldwide, from the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt to the step pyramids of Mesoamerica and the megalithic terraces of Indonesia's Gunung Padang. How could civilizations separated by oceans and thousands of years produce such similar architectural marvels? Some researchers suggest that these ancient cultures shared knowledge through a forgotten network of maritime trade and communication. The echoes of Atlantis can also be heard in ancient texts. Hindu scriptures speak of the lost city of Dwarka, submerged beneath the Arabian Sea. Native American traditions recount the fall of a great island civilization that sank into the ocean. Even the Bible's tale of a catastrophic flood mirrors Plato's account of Atlantis disappearing in a day and night of disaster. Could these stories all stem from a shared historical reality? Recent scientific discoveries lend credibility to this idea. Underwater structures found off the coasts of Japan, India, and Cuba suggest that advanced societies may have existed and disappeared long before recorded history. Furthermore, during the last ice age, global sea levels were over 300 feet lower than today, exposing vast stretches of land that are now submerged. If Atlantis was part of a global civilization, much of its legacy may still lie hidden beneath the oceans. The most provocative possibility is that the fall of Atlantis wasn't an isolated catastrophe, but the tipping point of a worldwide collapse. As sea levels rose and natural disasters struck, a once thriving global network may have fractured and faded into legend. If this is true, then Atlantis is not just a lost city, it's a symbol of a forgotten epoch in human history. What if the rise and fall of civilizations is a repeating cycle, one that Atlantis was merely a part of? And if we've lost one global civilization to time, could ours be next? Among the most controversial theories surrounding Atlantis is the suggestion that its advanced technology may have had otherworldly origins. Could extraterrestrial intervention explain how this ancient civilization achieved feats far beyond what history credits to early humans? Ancient texts from cultures worldwide contain strikingly similar descriptions of beings who descended from the sky, bringing knowledge of astronomy, metallurgy, and advanced engineering. Plato's account mentions mysterious, godlike figures who shaped the Atlantean Empire. Was this simply mythology, or could it reflect an encounter with something beyond human comprehension? Some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory argue that the technological marvels attributed to Atlantis, crystal energy sources, anti-gravity transport, and even weather manipulation, align with modern interpretations of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. These ideas, once dismissed as fringe speculation, have gained renewed attention in light of recently declassified government documents revealing unknown underwater anomalies. Could these anomalies be remnants of Atlantis' advanced infrastructure? In 2020, U.S. Navy reports confirmed the existence of unidentified submersible objects, USOs, moving at speeds impossible for current human technology. Some researchers believe these mysterious craft may originate from hidden bases deep beneath the ocean, potentially connected to the lost city itself. If true, this theory suggests that Atlantis was not merely an earthly civilization, but part of a larger cosmic narrative. What knowledge did they possess, and why did it vanish so completely? Could the destruction of Atlantis have been the result of a cataclysmic conflict, not between ancient empires, but between Earth and forces beyond our world? The possibility that Atlantis' downfall was linked to extraterrestrial intervention opens new, unsettling questions. If a lost civilization once wielded alien knowledge, what else might still be hidden, waiting to be uncovered beneath the waves? The mystery of Atlantis is not just an archaeological puzzle, it's a battleground between competing worldviews. Mainstream historians and archaeologists largely dismiss the Atlantis story as a philosophical allegory crafted by Plato. To them, it's a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris, not a record of historical events. Conventional scholars argue that no credible physical evidence supports the existence of a lost advanced civilization beneath the waves. Yet a growing number of independent researchers challenge this view. They point to unusual underwater structures, ancient maps that defy explanation, and historical anomalies that suggest we've only scratched the surface of our ancient past. For these researchers, the refusal to engage seriously with the Atlantis mystery is more than academic caution. It's a deliberate attempt to control the narrative of human history. The divide between these camps is not just intellectual, it's political. Throughout history, knowledge has been a source of power. Some theorists believe that evidence of advanced prehistorical civilizations would upend our understanding of humanity's origins. If Atlantis, or something like it, did exist, it could rewrite the entire timeline of human technological development, forcing us to reconsider how early humans achieved feats of engineering that even modern science struggles to explain. Adding fuel to the fire are claims of active suppression. Several researchers allege that significant discoveries related to lost civilizations have been covered up or discredited before reaching the public. In 2018, for instance, leaked documents from a private archaeological expedition hinted at the discovery of large, non-natural structures buried beneath the ocean floor, but the findings were never released. Some believe that powerful institutions, both governmental and private, have a vested interest in keeping these secrets hidden. If these claims hold any truth, the implications are staggering. What if our history is far older and more complex than we've been led to believe? And who benefits from keeping the past shrouded in mystery? As the search for Atlantis continues, so too does the struggle over what we are allowed to know. Are we on the verge of uncovering a lost chapter of human history, or is the truth being buried even deeper? As the search for Atlantis intensifies, a series of mysterious underwater discoveries have raised new questions about what might lie hidden beneath the ocean's surface. From the Caribbean to the Pacific, researchers are uncovering structures that challenge conventional history, and some of these findings may hold the key to solving the Atlantis puzzle. One of the most famous anomalies is the Bimini Road, a submerged formation off the coast of the Bahamas. Discovered in 1968, this series of large, flat limestone blocks resembles an ancient, paved roadway, while mainstream geologists argue that the formation is a natural beach rock. Others believe it could be the remnants of a lost civilization. Some researchers point to ancient legends of a sunken land called Pisidia, which eerily aligns with Plato's description of Atlantis as a city dedicated to Poseidon. Thousands of miles away, off the coast of Japan, lies another enigma, the Yonaguni Monument. This massive, submerged stone structure features terraces, staircases, and what appears to be a central pyramid-like formation. Debate rages over whether these formations are natural geological processes or evidence of an advanced culture that thrived before the last ice age. If man-made, the monument could be over 10,000 years old, pushing the timeline of human civilization far beyond mainstream archaeology's estimates. But the mysteries don't stop there. In 2001, marine researchers mapping the seafloor off the coast of Cuba stumbled upon a breathtaking discovery: what appeared to be an ancient city lying 2,000 feet below the surface. Sonar scans revealed symmetrical stone structures, some resembling pyramids, scattered across several square kilometers. This discovery remains shrouded in controversy, with many questions left unanswered due to the challenges of deep-sea exploration. If these ruins are man-made, they could represent one of the greatest archaeological finds in modern history. What makes these underwater anomalies even more intriguing are the patterns of precision found in the structures. Some formations exhibit clean, right-angled cuts and smooth surfaces, features that would require advanced engineering techniques. Mainstream scientists caution against jumping to conclusions, but independent researchers argue that such anomalies cannot be explained by natural forces alone. Adding a deeper layer to the mystery, some investigators claim that satellite images and classified sonar data reveal additional submerged structures in the Atlantic Ocean, data that has never been made public. Whistleblowers from naval and scientific organizations allege that governments may be aware of ancient underwater ruins, but are reluctant to release the information due to the destabilizing implications. If these structures are connected to Atlantis, they suggest a civilization that possessed advanced knowledge of construction, seafaring, and perhaps even lost technologies. Could the world's oceans be hiding evidence of a prehistoric global network, one that Atlantis was merely a part of? The more we uncover beneath the waves, the more the official story of human history begins to crack. Are these submerged ruins the remains of Atlantis, another lost civilization, or evidence of something even older, something we are only beginning to grasp? One thing is clear: the ocean holds secrets that could rewrite everything we think we know about the ancient world. And if Atlantis is down there, waiting to be found, we may be closer than ever to revealing its long-buried truth. The quest to uncover Atlantis is no longer confined to myths and ancient texts. It is now a cutting-edge scientific pursuit. As technology advances, so too does our ability to explore the hidden depths of the ocean, revealing tantalizing clues that could bring us closer than ever to solving the mystery. Modern search efforts rely on powerful tools like deep-sea sonar mapping, satellite imaging, and autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, capable of scanning vast areas of the ocean floor. These technologies have already led to the discovery of submerged cities and ancient landscapes that challenge our understanding of prehistory. In 2020, an international research team uncovered a 60,000-year-old underwater structure off the coast of Australia, proving that entire human settlements once thrived where only ocean exists today. Could similar evidence of Atlantis lie waiting to be found? Several regions remain at the heart of the Atlantis investigation. The Azores Archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean is one of the most promising locations. This volcanic island chain sits along the mid-Atlantic ridge, precisely the area where Plato described Atlantis as being located. Recent sonar scans near the Azores reveal massive geometric formations on the seabed, sparking debate about whether these could be the ruins of an ancient city. Another intriguing site is the Caribbean, where sonar images off the coast of Cuba suggest a submerged city buried 2,000 feet beneath the surface. Researchers reported finding stone structures resembling pyramids in circular plazas, features remarkably similar to Plato's descriptions of Atlantis' architecture. However, the extreme depth makes exploration difficult, leaving many questions unanswered. Some of the most compelling evidence may come from Antarctica. Declassified satellite images and exploratory missions have revealed anomalous structures beneath the ice, leading some researchers to speculate that the continent may have once hosted an advanced civilization before a dramatic climate shift. If so, could Atlantis itself be buried under miles of ice? Adding to the excitement, a major new expedition is set to explore one of the most promising underwater anomalies in the Atlantic. This international team, combining marine archaeologists, geologists, and artificial intelligence experts, aims to map and analyze the ocean floor at an unprecedented scale. Insiders suggest that preliminary scans have already revealed geometric patterns that cannot be explained by natural processes. What makes this search even more urgent is the growing awareness that rising sea levels, both ancient and modern, could erase critical evidence forever. If Atlantis, or any other lost civilization, exists beneath the waves, time may be running out to find it. As we stand on the brink of discovery, the stakes couldn't be higher. Could the next breakthrough finally confirm the existence of Atlantis and rewrite the history of human civilization? Or will the truth remain just beyond our reach, hidden beneath the uncharted depths? One thing is certain, the search is far from over, and we may be closer than ever to unraveling one of the greatest mysteries of all time. After journeying through ancient texts, geological mysteries, and suppressed evidence, one question lingers. Was Atlantis real, or is it nothing more than a timeless legend? The evidence we've explored reveals a tapestry woven from myth and memory, but some pieces hint at a more profound truth hidden beneath the waves. Plato's vivid description of a lost civilization echoes too many ancient stories from cultures across the globe to be mere coincidence. From the Minoan cataclysm to submerged cities and unexplained artifacts, there are signs of a forgotten chapter in human history. Could Atlantis represent not just a physical place, but a repeating pattern of advanced societies rising and falling throughout time? Modern discoveries continue to challenge established narratives. Underwater structures in regions like the Caribbean and Japan hint at advanced engineering lost beneath the sea. Declassified files reveal anomalies beneath the oceans that defy explanation. And with every new breakthrough in satellite imaging and deep-sea exploration, we edge closer to answers that could rewrite history. Yet the greatest mystery remains. Why does the story of Atlantis endure? Perhaps it resonates because it carries a message that is both ancient and urgent. What if Atlantis was not just a city, but a warning, a cautionary tale about how even the most advanced civilizations can destroy themselves through arrogance, greed, and the misuse of power? If Atlantis did exist and fell, could our world be next? As we face global challenges, the legend of Atlantis might not be just a relic of the past, but a mirror reflecting our potential future. The question is no longer just where Atlantis was, but what it still has to teach us.